Welcome back to The Inspired Entrepreneur with Heather Hope. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Heather Hope with the Inspired Entrepreneur podcast. How are you doing today? Happy Wednesday to you. So today is April 7th, 2021. How is the weather where you are? Because this past weekend it was very hot here. So I actually am enjoying the season change, even though it's getting warm, if not hot. It was in the 90s, let's say. That's what it was. So it got pretty hot, and I've got the AC on. We've got 3 AC units in my house, so they're all kicking on because it got too hot in here. So anyhow, how is your weather? Because it's getting more stable now. I think let me check. I think it's 82 degrees, which 82 is really nice because it's dry here. So dry heat is amazing heat, in my opinion. Some people don't agree, but dry is... dry at 122 is a whole nother beast. That is on another level. But I've lived a bit in humid, very extreme humid heat, and no thank you. So anyway, I think it's gotten more stabilized in the low 80s where I am. So that's I can deal with that. That's pretty nice. Not going to complain. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's get started here. Let's just get started because I need to actually go pick up my husband in about 25 minutes or 20 minutes, half hour, something like that. So, okay. I actually was just able to schedule my real estate exam, the state exam on Friday. So wish me luck. I'm pre-paving that now. I'm using actually the same script that I did last week to pass my final. And so I have it sitting here, and all I'm doing is just getting in the feeling of that I'm passing. Like, I know this material really well. It's not new to me. So it's just, believing. That's all it is. Believing. And, with the real estate exam, there's this this major belief system of people who are taking the exam. Like it's just entirely too common to fail it on your first try. It's almost like a rite of passage for a lot of people, like to have the expectation of not passing. And I don't think that way. I think that's ridiculous to think that way. But yeah, so there's a lot of people out there. There's some people in the group that have it took them 20 something times to pass the exam. And I was talking to Roger. I'm like, obviously there's a lot of resistance there. There's a lot of disbelief in the person's ability. There's all this, vibration of not passing. However, I thought about it some more, and the other flip of the side of the coin of these people really want to be realtors. And I thought, yeah, that might be the person that I would I'm not going to hire a realtor because I always do my own deals because that's just me. But if I were to hire a realtor, that I might consider somebody who took a long time. I don't know. That would be hard for me because I'm just not like that. But somebody who really wanted to be into real estate, to take it that many times, that perseverance, because I'm maybe it's not for you, but but if it's somebody who really, really wants it and, takes it that many times, there's something there, there's somebody who really wants to do it. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, I'm going to pass it. Been through all this before. No big deal, right? So, excuse me. So let's jump into today's. If you're new here, welcome. I wrote this book called The Inspired Entrepreneur. It is on Amazon. It's 400 pages of inspiration. It's a daily inspirational book. for the business owner. I'll see if I can stop slurring my words. Goodness. And so this is a daily podcast going through that book. Today is April 7th, and let's get into it. I know it's really short and sweet. Let me find it. I've got too many tabs open. Okay. April 7th. It's not a numbers game. It's an alignment game. Period. I told you it was short. It's not a numbers game. It's an alignment game. Okay. So a lot of people, most people in this world believe that, well, if you hit enough people, if you call enough people, or if you throw your net, like a humongous net out, you're going to get something. And that it's just a numbers game. Like you have to call 100 people. Let's say cold calling. You have to call 100 people. You have to, let's just talk about real estate. You have to, knock on 100 doors to get 10 people to answer the door, to get one listed, there's a lot of numbers in the business world, a lot of stats, a lot of all these things. And I don't pay attention to any of them because I know that those are just rules that people are placing on their business. So if I'm going to place rules, I'm not ever going to say, well, I have to call 100 people to get 10 people to answer the phone, or to get 10 appointments, or to get one appointment, or to get one listing, right? Something like that, right? Something insane. I'm like, I don't want to do that. How about we create new rules? I know I've talked about this in the past about creating rules for your business. Well, I don't want to create rules that are like awful, like a lot of work, a lot of effort. Calling 100 people is a lot of effort. Most people don't like it. So that's not alignment. Like if you don't like something, that's not alignment. You have to find something like, so the person or the people, the group that I'm going to work with in real estate isn't about that. They're not about hustle. They're not about grinding. They're about working less and making more money. And I'm like, thank you. And they're very spiritual and very, do what you love doing. Do the lead generation that you love to do. And I follow another realtor who's in Chicago on Facebook, and he does the same thing. He said he cold called for the first year of business and he hated it. So looking back 4 years later, he's like, oh gosh, I really regret doing that because I hated what I was doing. He said now it's like really build the lead generation that works with you. Like, what is it that you like doing? Do you like networking? Do you like going to parties? Do you like meeting people? Do you like, the social life? That's one way to lead gen, right? So anyway, so you have to do what you love to do, which is alignment. And so the numbers game part is all about effort. It's all about like hitting as many people as you can and seeing what happens. So let me give you an example of what I did. So this is why I'm so adamant about stay out of Facebook groups, because we as humans, we are easily influenced by people around us, just everybody around us. Like whatever people are saying, we can be easily influenced. And I'm one of them. I am one of those people that can get into that because it's a stream of consciousness. It could be fear, it could be lackful, it could be positive. It doesn't matter. But so a couple months ago, I was in this course for the loan signing stuff, and people are talking about marketing and all this stuff to title companies. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm not going to walk into any offices like they say to do, because that's just not me. Plus it's pandemic and it's like, come on, can we be more responsible? Sorry, but can we not walk into office buildings unsolicited for a little while? Can we think of other ways to not do this? Anyway, that's me. So I thought, okay, I'm going to pull up all of the title companies in all of the entire North Valley of Phoenix, like Phoenix, Glendale, Peoria, Surprise, Sun City, Scottsdale, the entire North Valley. And I'm going to send them a postcard, like a letter, a postcard, some business cards, a little note, introducing myself. So I did, I sent out, I think 70 of them or 72, let's say 70 of them. I sent them all out. And I had it in my head like, yeah, I'm really kind of just going with all of them. Like, I'm just going to send them all out and see what happens. That's a numbers game. Okay. Alignment game is where I ended up having success. So I didn't get a single call from that. I only did it one time. The plan was to do it weekly. It was kind of a bit of work to do all of that. I mean, I had Roger, I just remembered something. Oh yeah. I had him address all the envelopes. There was a lot of work involved in that. And it's like I did it once and I didn't want to do it again. And so it wasn't that fun. Kind of the idea was more fun than actually doing it. And, so I didn't get any business. It was a one-time thing, but still I was hopeful. I was like thinking, it only takes one time. I don't have to believe that it would take every week. It could, I don't know, who knows? But so what I ended up doing that was more successful, like a couple months later, which was a few weeks ago, I kept driving past the one nearby my house, like 3 miles away. And for a couple of weeks, I kept passing by it and I kept thinking about it. And then it was just one day that I thought, you know what? Let me look up their email address. And I think I'm just going to email them. And I emailed the office, and one of the escrow manager emails me like 2 hours later saying, yes, we would love to work with you. And let's get you on the list. Let's send you the information for you to fill out, get all your information to vet you and all this stuff. And we will get you on the list. We would love to work with you. Seriously, guys, that's alignment. That's inspired action. That's inspired thought. I carried, and it wasn't anything like massive. It was like literally a thought, like I always say, just a thought. So instead of doing all the work, sending out 72 envelopes and cards and all this stuff, right? With no one getting back to me. I did all of that. It took several hours to do all of that. Just all of the assembly, getting the stamps and the money involved. How much are stamps? I should know. I've spent a lot. Like I've bought a lot of stamps in the last few months. So 55 cents times like 72, that's $40. $40 of stamps, $10 in envelopes, maybe $5 making the postcards, which was like really inexpensive. So we're talking more than $50 in hours of time. Like hours to assemble everything with no results. That was kind of the effort factor and the numbers factor, and with zero results whatsoever. I had fun doing it. I mean, I don't regret doing it. It's kind of like, yeah, I kind of knew in the back of my mind, like, Heather, you kind of know better. I mean, I should know better, but you just kind of get caught up in the like, oh, let's market, blah, 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 Let's just do something. Let's just go all out. That's how I kind of felt. Just go all out. We're not going to just market to one or two title companies. We're just going to go to all of them in the North Valley. So no results, or yet anyway, but it was like 2 months ago, I think. So almost 2 months ago. Yeah, it was right around when I got commissioned. So instead, I just got a thought to email the local one. And they got right back to me. And I got approved. And that's that. And then what I told you last week, that a random stranger off the internet messaged me telling me where the second title company is that just moved into my town, that literally is across the street from my house. And I could see their building right now from my desk. This is freaking alignment. Yeah, I can see it. I can see the flags from the police station. I think I can. Hold on. Never mind. That's not it. But I can from the driveway. Seriously. That's alignment. So alignment means you're in a good place. You're feeling good. You have trust in the universe to take care of you. That's part of it too. So like zero effort, guys. Like very little. All I did was like one day I remember I was on my treadmill standing, at my desk. I was doing something else like on realtor.com looking at houses or something. Listening to a webinar or some, I don't even know. I was like in the middle of 3 things. And I just was like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to email. Maybe I'm going to email the title company locally. Literally, bingo, got it. And then like 2 weeks, last week or 2 weeks ago, it was last week. Last week? Yeah, it was last week. That stranger, I call her a stranger. I don't think she's not going to listen to this. I highly doubt it. But who lives on the other side of the world of Arizona, knew that I lived in Wickenburg. She saw me in a group that I'm not in that group anymore. And was like, hey, I see you were up there. I just wanted to let you know that there's a new title company. They moved into town and here's the address, or no, not the address. Here's a contact. Here's a woman's name and here's her direct phone number. Are you kidding me? Like this is ease. This is manifestation. This is the universe. This is everything. Everything. Literally doing nothing. I do nothing. That's not true. I do a lot of things, but the main thing that I do, we talked about it yesterday, is I control my emotions. I manage my emotions to get back into a good place every day, all day long. So like today, I was feeling kind of off today, and I have these days. Okay. I have these days where I'm feeling off, just kind of like don't feel inspired to do anything. Just kind of off. So I'm like, you know what? I got to get out of this house. I got to go take a drive because I need to do something, because I was kind of getting annoyed because I didn't know what to do. And so by the time I got down the driveway, I thought, oh, you know what? I'm having one of those moments. This is what it is. Something's about to happen. Every time I feel kind of like, oh God, what's wrong with me? Like weird, on edge, not really on edge, but it's like, don't feel like doing anything, but I feel like I need to do something, but I don't know what to do. And I'm, let me know if you know what the heck I'm talking about. But so then it will dawn on me more and more now that something's about to break through. And as soon as I realize that, then everything's fine. And then it breaks through. It is incredible. This is the best way to live. So I'm like, okay, so what do I feel like doing? Well, I felt like driving around, and I kept thinking about Arby's. I love the turkey gyros I love them at Arby's. So there's one down the street, like 3 miles down the street from me. And so I go there, and they're on sale. They haven't been in a while, and I'm so excited. They're 2 for $6 instead of $5 each. They're still worth it at $5. I think they are. Anyway, so I went through there, got 2, one for today's lunch, one maybe for tomorrow's lunch. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of feel like washing my car. It's been probably a year since I washed my car. I don't know. So I'm like, that's random, but okay, I'll go wash my car. So I go to the self car wash place, and I sit there for a little while eating my gyro. It's nice and shady, and people are leaving me alone. And so I'm good. So I partaked. Is that a word? Partaked? No, that's wrong. I followed through with what the thoughts came to me. I felt like getting a turkey gyro, enjoying it, and I felt like washing my car because it's not going to rain anytime soon, probably until like August. So it's perfect, right? It's perfect. So I wash my car. All is well. I'm driving back to my house. And by the time I get back to my house, I get an email from the real estate school, because I took the proctored final on Friday, right? And I passed it. So we're just waiting for the proctor to put the information in and to be. I've heard people wait but I expected it today. Honestly, they said 2 business days. I'm like, okay, Tuesday. That's what I thought in my head. I'm getting it Tuesday. I don't care what anyone else says. And so I'm relaxed about it. I'm like, well, it's going to come when it comes. That's all I know. Just all I know. It's just going to come when it comes. But I believe it'll be coming soon. So I got the email saying, congratulations, you completed your course. Here's your certificate. Now you can schedule your exam. I'm like, perfect. So I came home. I got online. I got my exam time or date for Friday, which is what I kept thinking I was going to. I thought for sure I was going to take it on Friday. Like last Friday, I thought by this coming Friday, I'll be taking the exam. And sure enough, there was an appointment noon on Friday. And so there you go. So it was just one of those moments of like, something's breaking through again. Something's happening, like something's on its way. And all I had to do is just chill out, go enjoy whatever comes to my mind, go do it. And then it comes right in. So that's alignment. And while I was driving to get my Arby's, I was thinking, so I got the first vaccine dose a month ago. And I thought I was supposed to get the second one within 2 weeks later. I don't know where I heard that from, but I kept thinking it. So I kept checking the website, no availability. And then a friend of mine was like, no, it's a month. I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. But okay. So I stopped checking, and then I checked a few more times. I've checked at least a dozen times. And because, when the thought comes to my mind, I'm like, oh, let's follow through with this thought. Let's check it. Maybe, some random times came in and my inner being's telling me about it, right? No, it still hasn't. So today, on the way, I'm like, Heather, the universe has you. You need to keep trusting that when the availability comes up, that you're going to get notified in one way or another, like legit notification, like an email or something's going to come through, and you're going to easily get your appointment. So chill that, out. Just chill out. You're good. And so that's part of just trust that the universe has you. Like your inner being knows everything. Like I got the vaccine so randomly in my mind that it unfolded so perfectly when it did. And it was just absolute evidence that I'm taken care of. Like the universe knows exactly what I want, knows how to get me there, knows what thoughts to put in my head, or what is in my feed on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, wherever the information comes from, it comes. And then I follow through on the thoughts. And then like one of my friends who listens to this, she'll message me. She says, bam, there it is. And that's how it works. So your job is just to chill out, have a good time, forget about the numbers and how hard things are supposed to be, because that's what society has said, and just be like, no, it's alignment, literally alignment. So when I contacted the title company across the street, the woman did get back to me the next day and was like, okay, thank you. If you want to come in and give me your information, we'll put you on the list. I'm like, okay. I haven't gone in yet. I'm just like, that was, I think, on Friday. I told her I was going to be in a few days, but yeah, easy. I didn't have to do anything but send 2 emails. Like nothing, right? Send out an email. No big deal. Send out 72 cards, 72 envelopes with postcards and notes and business cards and getting stamps and getting like that took hours and no results. That's what I'm talking about with the numbers game. Don't do that. Just follow the alignment. Just trust. The universe has you. And it will send cooperating people, cooperating components. This woman last week was a cooperating component. Follow through with the thoughts that come to you. Like when you feel like reaching out to somebody with something, do it. because that's how she felt. She felt like reaching out to me with this information. She did. And that was great. And I honestly think that title company is probably better suited for Roger, which was exactly the conversation Roger and I were having right before I checked that message. It was exactly everything that we were talking about. So it's all so perfect. So perfect. Okay, guys, I got to go because I have to get in the car and go get him. And you probably have to go do stuff too. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Have an amazing rest of your day. And come on over to YouTube at The Inspired Entrepreneur and let me know what you think about today's episode. Because it's unpopular opinion. Like, this whole podcast is unpopular opinion. And it's wonderful. I love it. So I love being that unpopular opinion because it works and I am loving life and things are easy, and easy is good. Easy is good. It's easy is wonderful. It just makes life so much more fun. So much more fun because hard is hard. Hard is like, why bother? And hard life and resistance and early grave and all this craziness, right? Okay, guys, I'm going to go. I will talk to you again tomorrow. See you later. Bye-bye.